Welcome to Sober Shenanigans. Real talk and real recovery, sharing stories, old and new, trying to stay on the right path and help others just like you. So feel our flow and get on with the show. Here's your hosts, Stoff and Primo.
Welcome to Sober Shenanigans, real talk and real recovery. We're just two garden variety alcoholics trying to get better every day and help somebody while we do it. I'm your host, Stoff, and with me as usual is my main man, Primo. What's going on, Primo?
Hey everybody, it's Chris Primo. Thank you for the intro. So we're trying it a little bit differently this time, and I think we still got some growing pains, but that's all right. Very excited about this evening, and that's it. I'm gonna shut up.
Nice.
I dropped.
We're coming in sharp as a knife, as usual. Anyway, so our guest today is our boy Keith, the Boston Boozer, long time sobriety, just under 25 years. Keith, how you doing tonight?
Good. I got over 25 years.
How many years do you have?
25.
Okay.
But 25 in 3 months? Or
25 in 3 months. Awesome.
What we like to say, Keith, is we're coming up on 26.
Yeah, we're coming up on 26.
The day after our 25th anniversary is we're now coming
We're in our
up.
26 years.
We're coming up on...
I said that to my wife. I said, I'm in my 26 years. She goes, no, you're not. I go, yes, I am. Because today is the first day of 26.
That's right.
That's how I look at it.
That's right.
Amen, brother.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
And my sponsor tried to tell me that wasn't true either. And then I explained it to him like that. He goes, I guess you're right.
Yeah,
Well, it's always good when you can get one right over your sponsor.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Keith, it's great to have you here. Why don't you start off by just giving us a little background on yourself, how you decided to stop drinking, where you came from. Just start from the top and let it rip.
Well, I always like to start with when I was a kid. Okay, this is a bad story. When I was a kid, my mother, watch the kid means watch the kid. She didn't watch the kid. And we were in Las Vegas because she was getting divorced from my father to marry her next husband. She let me roam the streets of Las Vegas all by myself at 7 years old. This man took me out to the desert and raped me.
Oh man. Jeez.
Okay? And so that kept me drinking for a ton of fucking years. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Didn't mean to cuss. It kept me drinking for a ton of years.
Yeah.
If you had happened to you what happened to me, you'd drink too.
Yeah.
You know? And I drank over that for years. And then I was mad at God because God was supposed to protect children. Mm-hmm. So I was blaming God for me not being protected as a child. And then I talked to this guy in AA and he said, Keith, you're blaming God for what man did. You need to take the blame off God and put it on man where it belongs. So I was able to get over my resentment against God for that happening to me.
Wow.
And put it on the man where it belonged. And I was able to open up a beautiful, loving, caring relationship with my higher power.
Nice.
That's awesome.
A
lot of people have trauma related to their alcoholism, and it's important to know that to send a message out that
it's hard to live with. Well,
you're not alone. Though.
I had to go through all this psychotherapy because I suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder because of that.
Yeah.
And when I got drunk, I used to beat the shit out of the cops.
Oh.
Okay? I just beat the shit out of them. And so when they put their hands on me, they were going down. And the problem with beating up cops, you beat up 5 of them, they got 5 more to beat up. You can't outnumber them. So they're going to win eventually. But they knew I was there.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good way to get 30 days sober, right?
So I'm talking to this psychiatrist one time in my post-traumatic stress disorder thing, and she said, Keith, the only reason, I never knew why I fought with cops. She goes, the only reason you fought with cops is because when you were 7 years old, you weren't strong enough to do anything about what was happening to you. But when cops put their hands on you, you immediately went back to what happened to you when you're 7 years old, and that's why you lit up the cops. So I finally understood why I fought with cops. Wow. It was because of what happened to me when I was a kid.
Sure.
Wow. Yeah.
And I drank over that shit I bounced in and out of AA for 30 years. I had 2 years dry 3 times. I never got a sponsor. I never worked the steps. And I'd be so miserable being dry for 2 years
Yeah.
with untreated alcoholism.
Yeah.
Everybody say, Keith, do us all a favor and go get drunk. You're a miserable son of a bitch. We don't want to be around you anymore. Go get drunk. Do us all a favor.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'd do them a favor and go get drunk,
It was nice of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so am I talking now? Is this my story?
You're talking now.
Yeah, you're being
Okay.
recorded. Yes, sir.
So I beat the shit out of this vice principal at junior high because I was 6 feet, 180 pounds. I was a big 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm a big guy now. So he grabbed me by his shirt, slammed me up against the wall, and I decked him on his ass. So my mom and stepdad wanted me to go to the hospital because the psychiatrist goes, oh, yeah, your son's a nut. He used to go to the hospital. And my dad said, my son's not a nut. He's an alcoholic. He's coming with me. Took me to my first meeting in 1970.
And you were 12.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
Okay.
you're in sixth, seventh grade.
I was 4. By the way, I was 4 years old.
Yeah, so I was. And
Just
so
a budding young alcoholic.
I went to my first AA meeting. And so my dad planted a seed in me, and I'm grateful that he did. Because every time I thought I had had enough drinking and I wanted to get sober, came back to AA. And all the old timers told me, Keith, no matter what happens, no matter how many times you go out, just keep coming back.
Yep.
Keep coming, whatever you do, just keep coming back. And I listened to those old timers, and I kept coming back, and I kept coming back for 30 years in and out of AA.
Wow.
I'm the king of relapse.
It
Okay?
sounds like it.
I know all about relapse.
You only stayed sober 2 years, a couple of times.
Three times.
You relapsed
Yeah, 3
14
times.
times.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah.
I was sober 2 years. So anyway, I could never. I'm Scottish. Okay, I'm Scottish.
That helps explain some of this story.
Yeah, I'm Scottish.
That helps.
I'd rather die and be free to live under you, bitch. Let's get to killing, okay? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, so
I've seen Braveheart.
I'm Scottish, man. I'm Scottish, okay? There ain't an ounce of give up in me.
No.
You know? So was I gonna admit I was powerless over alcohol? My life was unmanageable? No way. So after bouncing in and out for 30 years, I finally had 30 days sober. And I'm talking to this guy, Dade. He had 50 years of sobriety.
Oh.
I said, Dade, I've been coming to the AA for 30 years. I've been bouncing out. I've had 2 years dry 3 times. What the hell am I doing wrong? And Dade said without hesitation, Keith, you never took the first step. And it's one of those light bulb moments in AA that you get, and you go, oh, my God, that is it. I never admitted that I was powerless over alcohol and my life was unmanageable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, and then I finally put up the white flag of surrender to King Alcohol and said, I'm powerless over alcohol. My life's unmanageable.
Yes.
It was the best thing I ever did in my life. I surrendered to win. And then I had to follow it up with the remaining 12 steps. But now, I went to this bikers group because I was done with AA. After bouncing in and out for 30 years, I'm done with AA.
Yeah.
And I went to this convention, and there was this biker guy sitting out on the steps out front, and I said, you know what? I've been coming to AA for 30 years. I've had 2 years dry 3 times. AA don't work for me. I'm done with AA. He goes, you need to go to the biker meeting. And oh, by the way, I'm a biker, right?
That helps.
So I said, biker meeting? I said, I didn't know such an animal existed. He goes, oh, yeah, we're meeting downtown at the big blue building downtown. Come down there.
What was the name of the group? Was it 5th chapter?
Riders for Bill W.
Okay, so there was
Riders for Bill W. I know the 5th chapter.
Yeah.
But no, this was in Texas.
Okay, cool.
And they were Riders for Bill W. I got sober in Texas. My first year sobriety ship said sobriety born in Texas.
Nice.
So anyway, I found that bikers meeting, and then my sponsor, Lewis, I had Lewis before Lou. I didn't get Lou until I moved to Clearwater.
But you kept it simple.
So
You kept
Same
it-
name.
Yeah, you kept
same
it-
name, so I
yeah.
can't forget my
Yeah.
sponsor's name.
Okay.
So anyway, I asked Lewis to be my sponsor. I go, Lewis, will you be my sponsor? And he said yes, and he was shaking his head no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's shaking his head no. And so he became my sponsor, and he walked me through this 12 steps of the program.
Nice.
Of the program. And by working the 12 steps of the program, I've never had a better life. Never had a better life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like flying high as a kite on God and the program of Alcoholics Anonymous. And so let's see, how did it go from there? So I went to meetings. Because if you don't go to meetings, you get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all you hear about all these guys that got 40 years, 30 years, and they all go out. And you ask them when they come back, what'd you do? I quit going to meetings.
Yeah.
So when you quit going to meetings, see, the disease of alcoholism centers in our mind. So if you're listening to your mind, the disease of alcoholism running your life. How's that working out for you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I go to meetings because there's no pictures in the big book.
Yeah.
And you get to find out what happened to people that don't go to meetings.
Yeah.
So you can only do that by going to a meeting.
Yeah, you got to go to meetings to find out what happens to people that don't go to meetings.
Yeah.
You do. You got to do
It never gets better. Nobody goes, oh, man,
You
it's
know,
got this.
I made 3 meetings today. This is my 4th one.
Jeez.
I'm retired.
That's super sober.
I'm retired, man.
Yeah, you're kind of
And
tripping with sobriety. I love it.
My main job is to carry the message to the next sick, suffering alcoholic.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Absolutely.
trying to help other people, and it does a real good thing for me. It gets me out of myself.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
want to have a good day, all I got to do is go home and think about myself all day, and I'll guarantee you it's going to be a bad day.
This is a bad neighborhood up here.
It
You
is
know what
a
I mean?
bad
Yeah.
neighborhood. And we all got the bad
Oh,
neighborhood.
yeah.
And I have a name for it, the shit maker.
Shit.
Because all it manufactures is shit. And every time you listen to it, you find yourself in a big pile of shit. Oh, I didn't listen to the shit maker again. Yes, you did. Oh, no, why did I do that?
So true.
So,
Yeah.
Well,
and my father's favorite saying, God rest his soul, was, the road to hell was paved with good intention.
yeah.
You think you're doing some, there's a woman was getting beat up by her husband. So I go up there. I was the world's police force. I'm 6'5", 250 pounds. I grabbed him off him and started beating him up. She jumped on my back and started hitting me because I was beating up on her husband. See?
Yeah.
And my wife said, "You're not the world's police force, Keith. You need to stop doing that."
What's the other one? No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah,
Something
no
like
good
that.
deed.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a victim of all that. It's all right. Being happy is what's important.
Yes.
At the end of the day, the person that's least disturbed wins.
Yeah.
Whether it doesn't matter how much you got or where,
Well, I've learned this really good lesson. I live in pause. I live in pause.
Work the pause.
I live in pause. I just live in it.
Yeah.
I was driving down the road on Skinner Road. You know where Skinner Road is?
Sure. Don't eat it.
Driving down Skinner Road, and this guy comes out to Douglas, and I'm coming up the street at 35 miles an hour, and he wants to race his big Ford truck in front of me before I get up to him. I catch up to him. He nailed my truck in the middle of it and totaled my truck, Chevrolet Silverado.
Wow.
Totaled my truck, and I had a multitude of injuries all over my body. I had to go see
Damn.
doctors. I had to go see doctors for a year to recover from all the accidents. And we have a lawsuit against the guy,
Yeah.
and my lawyers are working on it. But they got me the best help money could buy to get me well from that accident. It was terrible. My neck's all messed up, still messed up. My neck's still messed up. If I turn it this way or this way, it hurts. This way and this way, it hurts. And the lawyers knew that was going to happen, and they go ahead and move your head to the left and the right and front and back. And he goes, it hurts when you do that, doesn't it? I go, yes, it does. He goes, well, it's because your spine has been broken up there. And that's why it's always going to hurt you. It's never going to go away.
That's the one thing about long-term sobriety. When you see people, that's another thing that brings people out that people have to be careful with. Is medical situations where they have to take pain medications and surgery.
Oh, I didn't take no pain medication.
I know, but there's a point where you have to kind of, under a doctor's advice,
Well,
go through some processes.
I'm having a heart problem right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, just a little hiccup with the heart,
Okay.
and I got to go see my.
As we speak, like right now?
No, I got to. Well, it's. I got to go see my cardiologist. They had me wearing this monitor on my heart for a month.
Okay.
And they sent them all that information from my heart for a month.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out the results of all that and what he's going to do to fix my heart tomorrow at 1:00.
That is awesome. You know what's cool, though? I mean, I would be looking forward to that because if there's a problem, I'm going to be looking that there's a solution coming.
Exactly. There's
Yeah.
a solution coming.
As long
There's
as I
a-
know that you,
and
that's the relief.
And what do you do with a situation like that? You give it to God.
Yes.
You know, let go and let God is my
Yeah.
favorite saying in AA.
Yeah.
I let go and let God on everything, on everything. And then I had this problem when I was driving. I get behind these, what do you call them? The gray hairs that come down. What are they called?
Snowbirds.
Well, I call them
Snowbirds. Yeah, the snowbirds.
blue hairs.
The snowbirds, right. The
Well,
snow-
there's a lot of names, but
snow
blue
bird.
hair comes to mind.
the snowbirds, right? So they come down, and I'm driving behind this snowbird, and she's doing 20 miles an hour in a 40. And I get upset. I think, what are you doing 20 miles an hour in a 40? And then I use those double lanes in the center and go by her, And then when I go by her, she was a 90-year-old lady, just gingerly driving her car. And I said, Keith, you're an asshole. You're an asshole.
You accosted Mrs. Magoo.
This poor lady is out living life, doing the best she can with what she's got, driving her car. God bless her for being out and living.
Yeah.
You need to stop being such an asshole.
Yeah.
That's right. You drive one of those monster trucks too. You probably
Yeah, it's a monster truck.
She might be going to the same cardiologist as you are.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I said, Keith, you need to get your head out of your ass and stop doing that shit. So now I'm driving 20 and I'm just happy. I don't do anything about it. I don't worry about it. Growing pains, right?
Sure.
Or you're living in pause. Pause is driving
I'm
pretty
living
slow.
in pause. I'm living in pause.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And that pause is a good thing. I love pause. I can't tell you how many guys I ran into. That, have I told you guys I never did beat the shit out of anybody that didn't deserve having the shit beat out of them?
Never.
Even the vice principal you
Okay.
beat the shit out of?
Yeah,
What
he
did
had
he
it
do
coming.
wrong?
He had it coming. He grabbed me by my shirt and slammed me up against the wall. He had
Well,
it
that's
coming.
true. Yeah.
He
Nobody.
attacked me first, and I
And
just
the cops?
I
What
just
did the cops
responded.
do for you to whip their ass?
They were trying to arrest my ass.
Okay, Keith, I have a hard time believing that, but okay.
Yeah.
Believing what?
That you didn't beat up somebody that didn't have it coming to them.
No, I didn't.
No?
No, never. No. There
All right.
always had to be a reason. And there's so
Did it have to be a good reason?
there's so many assholes. There's so many assholes in the world. You don't have to look far to find one.
You
gotcha.
don't.
So then I
Definitely
set
don't.
myself up on this asshole avoidance program.
Yep.
Okay. And my wife goes, well, you're not going down to celebrate winning the Super Bowl and all that? And I go, no, I'm not going down there. She goes, why is that? Because it's going to be filled with assholes, and I'm on the asshole program. Stay away from assholes, because when I get around an asshole, never know what's going to happen. So
Yeah,
I just have to, I'm on the asshole avoidance program.
Nice.
Wow.
So I don't go where assholes, I know assholes are going to be,
It does make it easier.
It makes it easier, yeah. If I don't run into them, I don't have to worry about my reaction.
That's true. Very true.
We like to call that wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah, wisdom to know the difference. And then I got into smoking cigars. Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
I
Chris's
love my
favorite.
cigars. I love my cigars. I love
me
my
too.
cigars.
Me too.
So this one doctor, my wife's a nurse, right? So she don't like them too much.
Well,
So this one doctor told me, Keith, you need to smoke your cigars in the morning. I go, why is that? He goes, because when you run into an asshole, you won't do anything to him because you've had your cigar. If you don't have your cigar and you run into an asshole, we don't know what's going to happen. So I told my wife that story. She goes, I can't believe a doctor told you to smoke cigars. I go, yes, he did. He said, I need to smoke them because I need to be relaxed because I am on the asshole avoidance program.
yeah, I love them cigars, man. Oof,
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
nice.
And I've never met an asshole in a humidor. You know why? Apparently assholes can't afford cigars.
This is true.
They're all nice people,
I had to give them up 2 years ago. I was spending $800 a month on cigars.
Well, I need to turn you on to my cigar guy.
No,
He's
he
a
can't.
Cuban.
He's
I,
done.
I had to quit. My cardiologist gave me
Oh.
the bad news.
You had to quit.
yeah.
Oh, you got a heart thing too, huh?
Sort of. Yeah. I had some medical issues and I had to adjust.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's the cool thing is that that's the beauty of this program. No matter what adversity comes at us, we've got something. We have a tool that it
Yeah.
can allow us to live our happiest life and our best life. And sometimes, we're we abuse things that make us feel good. I know I do. And it doesn't matter if it's alcohol or whatever it is. I mean, it could be food, gambling. Oh, shit, I forgot to put my lineup in for the football game. So
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Doesn't matter. If it feels good,
Well,
I got to have
happy,
extra.
I'm happy to report that I went from 299 to 232.
And your weight. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my heart
67 pounds.
My heart doctor is thrilled about it.
I bet.
And you know how I lost it? I walked 18 holes a day on the golf course for a year.
There you go.
With a push cart.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about walking the golf course, when you walk the golf course, you learn how to hit the ball straight because you don't want to go chasing it in the trees and the woods and everything because you're walking and your golf score goes way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
The mother of necessity.
I shoot in the 80s, 90s,
Good for you, man. That's great.
Yeah, so I love, and this guy who was in the CIA taught me how to play golf.
Is that the Catholic Irish alcoholics? Or is that the real CIA?
No, he was a real CIA.
Oh, I got you.
He was a real CIA.
I got you.
He had these three Koreans up in the plane, and he said, "Where's your headquarters?" And the one Korean goes, "F you, American." He picked him up and chucked him out of the plane without a shoe.
Nice.
So this guy's got the same
I guess the other two
anger
guys,
issue you might
I
have.
guess the other two guys told him where headquarters was.
That's one way to get an answer.
True story, man. True story. But
I didn't even see that coming. That was
he was,
pretty obvious.
he was
I
a
should've
great
seen that
guy,
coming.
man. He was a great guy.
That's
But,
cool.
So, Keith, how long you been married?
I've been married 33 years.
So your wife has seen you get sober.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. She swears by it. She loves it.
She's cool. I got a chance to talk to her on the phone. She's in head of the technology department over their household.
Yeah.
So she programs the VCR and everything.
Yeah.
So you can watch Matlock.
Well, she
Whatever it is that he's got to watch, she's in charge
she's
of
a
recording
nurse.
it.
She's
Yeah.
a nurse, She works at Morton Plant Hospital. She's a nurse.
No, she was cool. She was really nice, and she's excited about the show too. And
Yeah.
she's proud of you. And there's a lot of people that really like you, Keith. And I've had the short time of being around the Ozona guys.
Yeah.
You're definitely one of the rock
Now,
stars.
you know why I go to Ozona? Lou said, "Keith, with 25 years of sobriety, you need to go to Ozona." I go, "Why is that, Lou?" He goes, "Because over there you'll be a newcomer."
Yeah.
So that's why I go to Ozona, because I'm a newcomer with 25 years.
Yeah, I tried to flex in there with 33 years. They're like, sit down, kid. Sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down. Yeah. I mean, Mason's got 49.
I know. He's running.
And he got pissed off when he went to the convention
I
because
know.
he couldn't stand up when they said 50. They wouldn't let me do it because I got 49.
No, they wouldn't let him be a part of the old timers.
Yeah,
Because he didn't have,
49.
because the
He
cutoff
had
was
the
you had to
five-
have
he had
50.
yeah, and he wanted to be.
So you've been a bunch of different places, right? So what brought you to Florida?
Oh, my wife and I got tired of Texas.
Yeah.
The only reason that I stayed in Texas is because I had two kids that lived in Texas that when I divorced that wife, because when it became a good idea to kill her, it was time to go. so
When it became a good idea.
when it became a good idea to kill a bitch, it's time to go. So
I think I saw that on a shirt
and
somewhere.
I sat down my girls and I said, "Now, girls, I'm not leaving you. I'm leaving your mom because we don't get along." They go, "Okay, Dad." So I stayed in Texas for 20 years so that we could drive 2 hours to pick them up.
What part of Texas?
And Cuervo, Victoria. They lived in Victoria, and I lived in San Antonio.
Okay.
So it's like a 2.5 hour drive to see my kids. But I stayed there to see my girls and raise them up till they were grown.
Yeah.
So that's why we stayed in Texas for 20 years. And when we were done, my wife goes, "We're going to Florida. I love Florida. We're going to Florida." So we moved to Florida.
And she was a nurse in Texas as well, so she could go anywhere.
Yeah,
pretty
she's
much.
a nurse. Yeah, she's a nurse in Texas.
Yeah.
And I met her on Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
And the only reason she let me give her a ride home, and I was drinking then. The only reason she let me give her a ride home was because I had a motorcycle. She was going to take a cab home. I said, "I got a motorcycle." She said, "You got a motorcycle?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Let me see it." I showed it to her. She goes, "You got a helmet?" I said, "I got one." She goes, "I'm wearing it. Let's go."
Wow.
And then I'm trying to be a gentleman and leave, right?
Uh-huh.
She goes, "Oh, no, big boy, you ain't going nowhere. Come here." So we did the deal. And so she goes, "He's going to think I'm a whore because I slept with him on the first night." I said, "No, I don't think that." I said, "I think you're the best thing I ever met in my life, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you, and I love you." She goes, "You're crazy." So 33 years later, I said, apparently I wasn't too crazy. I was telling the truth. And she goes, "You're still crazy."
Well,
Yeah.
That's what she said. You're still crazy.
that's great.
But anyway, it's a great story, man. And
What did you do? What was your vocation? What was your?
Oh, I was a painting contractor.
Okay.
I was in the paint business.
Sweet.
And I never had problems buying drugs or alcohol.
No, painters are statistically all alcoholics
Yeah, well,
and drug addicts.
yeah.
I don't know why.
I used to shoot crystal meth. You know why? Because you can drink a ton of whiskey and beat the shit out of everybody at the bar at the end of the night. Because you're on crystal meth. You got rocket fuel. It turns you into Superman.
Yeah.
Superman's here.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow, the energy.
That was a whole nother personality you got
It's
tucked
a
in
whole
there.
nother personality. Yeah.
Jeez. I can see why more people than just one are glad you're sober.
Tonight on Sober Shenanigans, we have 3 guests.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to be sober, and I quit everything. I gave up. I put that white flag. When I put the white flag of surrender up to King Alcohol, that was the best thing I ever did in my life. Surrender. Chuck C used to say. Chuck C, the guy who wrote the New Pair of Glasses
Chuck
book.
Chamberlain, yeah.
Chuck Chamberlain. I knew him. I knew him personally.
Really?
Yeah, I went to AA meetings in California, Laguna Beach, where he lived.
You know, Clancy, the eye in the sky.
Yeah,
Clancy.
I know Clancy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I met him too.
Oh, he's
He's a great guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great speaker.
Yeah, great speaker, and so is Chuck.
Oh yeah.
And he would say, "Surrender, surrender, surrender is the key to the program of Alcoholics Anonymous. Until you surrender, you're going nowhere.
That's
You gotta surrender, man.
that's good old Chuck C.
And it's hard for a Scott Irishman to surrender.
Yeah.
We don't have an ounce of surrender in us. Ask the English; they'll tell you.
So there's something similar about your story to mine, is that this thing didn't work until I asked God to help me.
Oh yeah.
That was the door open when I said, "God, take this from me. I need help." And I was like, "Holy crap!" You know.
Well, this is what
I was a lover. I did a lot more loving than I did fighting. Sounds like you were doing a lot. You might have been doing both.
I did both. Yeah, I did both. I had this 21-year-old girl wanted to have sex. I said, "Honey, you have to wait about 20 minutes. I got a fight to go to, and I'll be right back. I want to have sex, okay?"
Yeah, it wasn't Mike Tyson.
I'd rather fight than have sex. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, I had something to say, and I forgot it.
I should have managed you. I'd have made some money.
Yeah.
Bare knuckle in the parking lot.
But it's like I was just an accident looking for a place to happen.
Yeah.
And did I tell you? I had a rule. Whatever you do, Keith, don't ride the bike drunk. I got on the bike drunk one night.
Oh no.
Okay, and this cop wanted to pull me over. I went, "Well, officer, my bike goes from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. You don't mind if I don't stop and kiss your fucking ass today, do you?" Later, the cop told me, "Had you not hit that fire hydrant," I had a fire hydrant 125 miles an hour without a helmet.
Jesus.
Died. I was dead. Okay? So the funny thing about being dead is you're dead. I was like, excited. I get to find out what this death shit's all about. All right, man. So I go up to the gate of heaven, and there's St. Peter. And he's looking at me, and he's shaking his head. And I said, "What's up, dude? It's not like I didn't have to die to get here. What's going on?" He goes, "I can't let you in." I thought he was going to send me to hell. I said, "What do you mean you can't let me in? You send me to hell?" He goes, "No, you have to go back." I said, "Why do I have to go back?" "Because there's some more lessons you have to learn." I've been learning nothing but good lessons since I've been back. But here's the key. God said, "Son, you only thought you could die. You can't die unless I let you." And I was on my way back to my body, and I could see the EMTs poking a hole in my ribs so I could breathe because I had a collapsed lung from hitting the fire hydrant. And they were jump starting my heart with the jumper cables.
Wow.
And God said, "Son, you can't die unless I let you. At that point, your butt kind of cinches up a little bit, lets you know two things. Number one, there's a God. Number two, you're not him. So people go, Keith, how you get direct contact with God? Not much, just had to die to get it, but I got it.
That helps.
I know he's there, you know? And it helps you when you lose a friend, when they die, you know that they can't die unless it's God's will.
That's cool.
So that helps you out a lot because you can't die unless it's God's will. And you hear about people shooting themselves in the head and the bullet goes all the way around their head and they don't die. It wasn't God's will. It wasn't God's will. You know, you hear all these miraculous stories about people doing crazy shit and not dying. It wasn't God's will.
I don't know if anyone tops the story you just told about dying and seeing yourself getting poked in the lungs and shit.
Yeah.
So did that scare you into sobriety at all, or did you just continue with the crystal
now,
meth?
Surely you would think.
That would be.
Surely you would think that after you did that, you know. Oh, I didn't even tell you about the 5 years in the penitentiary.
We got time.
The judge slammed down the gavel and said, "Take 5 years and call me. Take 5 years and call me in the morning."
Yeah.
Because I was manufacturing crystal meth. And then I went into the jail cell and I said, "I only got 5 years." I was happy about it. And the guy goes, "Look at this guy. He's a nut. He's happy you just got 5 years in the penitentiary." And I said to him, "It sure beats 50. It sure beats 50. I could have got 50, but I only got 5. So I was happy, you know.
Sounds like you were on crystal meth at the time.
So I didn't, no. But
That stuff releases every once in a
But
while.
I did 5 years in the
builds up.
penitentiary. So I tell people, they go, "What college did you go to?" I said, "Penn State." They go, "What did you major in?" I said, "Staying alive."
Was that in California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penn State.
Chino, California.
You mean the penitentiary state?
Yeah, Penn State.
Yeah.
I went to Penn State. Yeah, that's where I went to college. What'd you major in? Staying alive.
That's awesome.
But you know,
So you like went from like Boston to Cali to Texas to Florida, like you surrounded the United States?
My dad worked for NASA
Oh yeah.
in California to send the first guy up in space.
Right.
So he moved us to California. So I moved to California in '63. You know when Kennedy got killed,
Yeah.
and so I lived in California for 35 years.
Okay.
20 years in Texas, 35, 7 in Boston, and I've been 8 years in Florida. 8 years in Florida, and I love Florida.
Oh man, isn't this area the best?
Oh, it's the best. It's the best in the world. It's best.
It really is.
And I've been on the most beautiful beaches in California,
Yeah.
and this is the best right here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I agree 100%.
Yeah. You know, I had to drive around with a Mossberg 500 shotgun in my truck in L.A. during the L.A. Rodney King riots.
Oh jeez.
And my brother and I were doing a job in South Central Los Angeles.
Paint job?
Paint job.
Yeah.
There was a fired out building, and I was a fire cleaner upper
Restoration.
and painter, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know
So-
Mossberg is a high quality rifle?
So we get out of we get 7 shots in the chamber.
Yeah. That's high quality, Greg.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Good.
So anyway, so we go there to work, and there's these 3 black guys sitting on the steps out there, and they go, "You're the wrong color to work in this neighborhood." So I went to my truck and pulled out the shotgun, pumped it, and said, "Say what?" And they said, "I'll go get my gun." I said, "I'll be here when you get back, bitch.
Wow.
I'll be here when you get back." And they never came back. So
Yeah.
I let them know that we weren't playing around, you know.
well,
Good for you.
I can still see the crazy in your eye. I wouldn't be coming back
still,
either.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
I was getting ready to leave after that.
It's the Scott Irish, you know.
Which shotgun do you have in your car here?
Oh, I don't have any shotguns.
Okay, good.
No.
Good.
I gave that up. I had to learn to pause on that.
Right,
But
you're retired
but
now.
It was necessary during the Rodney King
Sure.
riots.
Sure.
It was a necessary evil.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I bought my first gun. So you're not going to believe this, during COVID. So as soon as they shut down Disney, I thought, well, that's it. If that place is going to close, shit's going to hit the fan. Because that greedy mouse, it ain't closing for nobody. I went and got a gun. Everyone was getting guns.
You
during
got to
COVID.
be the only person that has that thought process that they shut down Disney. Now I'm getting a gun. I mean, there's lots of other reasons to get guns.
That's a good one.
But
Think about it.
Down Disney.
The Rodney King riots is a good reason. To
Well,
get
that's
guns.
different. I wasn't around.
That's true.
Yeah, if I would have been there, I would have probably been in Florida a little bit sooner than you. Instead of getting a Mossberg shotgun,
Yeah.
I would have.
Well, the nice thing about a Mossberg shotgun is you could strap it on the back of your truck,
Yep.
and it was legal to have it. And
Those
to
are
have it-
those are like
to have it
high end
loaded-
skeet guns,
to
right?
have it loaded and ready to go.
Yeah,
you know?
those are high end skeet gun, right?
Is your brother still alive?
Splatter guns. Now, my one brother drank himself to death, and he had what do you call one of those heart things going on?
Pacemaker.
He drank himself so bad, so he got a defibrillator
Defibrillator, yeah.
Oh.
put in his heart. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had him sober for about 6 months, living with me. I tried to save him, and he came up to me one day and he goes, "Keith, I'm a real man. Real men drink." He went back to drinking, and he was dead within a year. He drank himself to death.
Wow. Was that down here? Or was
No,
that Texas?
He went. It was in Texas, and then he moved to California and drank himself to death there.
Yeah.
Now this is how he drank
So
himself.
how many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had 2 brothers,
Oh,
and that's it. And
Yeah.
then I had 2 stepbrothers and a stepsister.
and how many kids?
I've got 3 daughters.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then my one daughter gave me a grandson. I go, "Thank you, baby. You gave me a grandson." But so where was I at?
You were talking about your brother going back to California drinking himself to
Oh
death.
yeah, he drank himself to death. Okay. Then my brother-in-law is a Canadian. I married a Canadian. Remember telling American woman get away from me? I took it literally. I married a Canadian.
Nice.
So anyway, her brother was trying to get sober, and I got his mother to buy him a big book and send him to the program. And so he drank himself to death at 51 too.
Jeez.
His sister found him lying dead on his bed in his house. So deadly disease.
Yes.
Yeah.
And had I not stopped drinking when I stopped drinking, I'd have been dead because I was almost dead when I got here.
Yeah.
I really don't. I hear people say that a lot, but I'm pretty convinced that you stopped in the nick of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still.
I mean,
There's no
had I
doubt.
not stopped, I'd have been dead years ago.
Sure. For sure.
Years ago. It's only by the miracle of the program and God that I'm sober. And I can't thank God enough every day for my sobriety. And the way I work it today is I ask, I got a hat at home. You know what it says? God is good all the time. Not once in a while, not whenever you think about him. He's good all the time.
Right on.
So I try to
Nice.
stay in contact with my loving Creator who saved my life all the time. Oh, and here's a funny thing. Dr. Bob had the obsession to drink for the first 2 years of his sobriety. And guess who also had the obsession to drink for his first 2 years of sobriety?
Bill W.
Me.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted it so bad I could taste it. But I did the number 1 rule of AA. No matter what happens, no matter what's going on, do not pick up the first drink.
Yeah.
So I did not pick up the first drink, even though I wanted it so bad I could taste it every day for 2 years. And then after 2 years, the obsession finally got removed from me, and it has not returned since. So when they say, whatever you do, don't drink one day at a time, that works. Because had I not muscled that through,
Yeah.
I'd have been dead.
Don't leave till the miracle happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got to stick around. You got to stick around. You got to stay in the program, And I am so active in AA. I've got sponsees everywhere. I mean,
No, I can see. I mean, yeah.
I got to carry the message. That's my main purpose in life. And my wife's a nurse, so she's helping people stay alive in the hospital. And I'm helping save drunks' lives that kill each other. So my wife and I feel like we're cohorts in the same business, She goes, we're in the same business, but yours is different than mine, but we're in the same business. Yeah,
Yeah. You're helping people. You're
Helping
being of
people,
service,
exactly,
which is nothing better
exactly.
than that.
yeah, nothing better than that,
It's really great when we realize that we're useful. because we don't really think that much of ourselves. There's a point in our life when we're like, well, what am I really, but when we find out that we're useful and that we can help others, it's like, bam.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, now I'm supercharged
You know what my
with
biggest,
the goods.
You know what my biggest problem in my life
with
was?
the goods.
I never realized that I was the problem. But when I wrote my inventory,
Yep.
and I did it with my sponsor, I finally realized that if I really wanted to find the problem in Keith's life, all I had to do was go look in the mirror.
Yeah.
It was me. If you did to me what I did to me, I'd kill you. Think about that. Would you let anybody put yourself through what you went through?
No.
No. But you know what I mean? And I took it literally. I did kill myself.
I'm still trying to forgive. I'm still trying to forgive myself for all that shit. Yeah. Actually, I have forgiven myself, but I had to forgive myself because once the gig is up and you realize, wait a minute, you mean all these other people aren't the problem? It's me.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, wait a minute. And then you have to really forgive yourself. And that's where the God thing. And
that helps you to learn to not be the problem anymore.
For sure.
That's what it did to me. It pointed out to me that I don't have to continue being the problem.
Right.
I can live in the solution to the problem.
Yeah.
It's a much better way to live.
I couldn't agree more.
I agree 1,000%.
And, we have to work these tools every day. You hear about all these guys with 40 years going out again. What they do, the first thing they do is they stop going to meetings.
Sure.
Stop going to meetings. And then the disease of alcoholism, my disease is doing push-ups. You know what it's saying? I'll get you, my pretty. I'll get you, my pretty.
Sure.
I thank my head for Sharon, tell her to have a nice day and go to a meeting. I don't pay attention to this thing. It doesn't tell me to do anything anymore.
Well, what's interesting, an interesting point is that a lot of people, in my estimation, it's the success and the things that we get because we're sober that a lot of times distract us from what our real process is here, is to still be there to help other people, because we start getting stuff and things are great. We don't need it so much anymore. And, you can skate by and rest on your laurels for a couple of years, and then it returns. It returns with a vengeance.
With a vengeance.
And it's a rapacious creditor, and it says, I'm going to collect my due.
Yeah.
And that's my pretty, or whatever you want to call it. It turns us into monsters.
The deal with me is that nice truck I got, that nice wife I got, that beautiful townhome in Clearwater I've got on the Dunedin-Clearwater border.
Yeah.
On the Dunedin-Clearwater border. One drink, and it's all gone.
Oh, yeah.
One drink, and it's all gone. Do I want to lose what I have that God has given me? Hell no. Hell no. So I have to protect my sobriety by staying active in the program of Alcoholics Anonymous every day. I drank every day. Why can't I work the program every day?
This recovery thing is
Great question.
It's so recyclable, and it's the gift that keeps giving, and it does pay us time and a half. I know.
You love that saying. It's a great saying. He says it all the time.
We get paid time and a half for every minute we put in here. We get time and a half.
Exactly.
Back. And that's your yeah.
Yeah. We got to give it away to keep it.
Yes.
You don't give it away, guess what? You're going to lose it. You got to give it away. And I ask my God in my morning prayer and meditation, please send me a newcomer today. And generally, he sends me a newcomer.
I always ask for the sickest one. I've actually raised my hand in a meeting because I was in a bad space. That men's meeting at Yana, I'm like, I need the sickest guy in here because I'm going through some stuff. If anybody's looking for a sponsor, I want the sickest guy in here, damn it. It's kind of funny, but at the same time...
I've been a candidate for you to be my sponsor. They don't come much sicker than me.
Bring me the sick one. But, and then God's got a sense of humor. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Hey, Keith, when you were in the pen for 5 years, were you able to get alcohol in there?
Yeah, we brewed our own.
Yeah?
Yeah, we brewed our own. And I had marijuana smuggled in, and
Keister.
the way it was smuggled in is, the baby powder,
Yeah.
The sprinkle.
Johnson's
on yourself?
baby powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby powder. They're in those big containers.
Yeah.
Take it out, put a lid of weed in it, pour all the baby powder back on top, close it up, and mail it into me.
That's
Wow.
it.
And I had a good girlfriend, of course, because I'm such a good-looking guy, and she did that for me. And I sold dope in the penitentiary and made
Wow.
a shitload of money and stayed high and drinking.
So how did you make the booze? Was it in the toilet?
No, what we do is we put all the fruit juice and sugar and shit in there, and we ferment it, and then
Yeah.
it turns into wine.
But where do you make it? You put it inside your toilet?
You just hide it from the cops.
Right.
Yeah.
You just hide it from the guards, And when I first went there, I beat up all the inmates and all the guards.
Wow.
And then one guy came up to me. 5 of them came up to me. It took 5 of them to get me down. They took me into this 3x6 cell, and they said, "We got a place built just for guys like you. We don't like your kind." So they put me in a 3x6 cell for 9 months. I didn't get to see the sun.
Jeez.
I didn't get out of that cell, okay? And they let you out for 15 minutes a day to go to the end of the hall and take a shower. And most days, they just didn't feel like it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, when I got back out to go to court and I saw a bird landing on a wire and I saw the sun for the first time in 9 months, tears came down my eyes. I couldn't believe it. And who put himself in that cell? Me.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, me, that guy.
Yeah.
So,
Do you know we had 2 guys on the show? They were the kindergarten convicts. Both of these guys grew up and they knew each other from kindergarten. And they both went to jail together. Best friends. They were on the show together. It was a great show. They're gonna love this story. They're gonna love this story. Tyler and Ryan are gonna love this.
Yeah, it's crazy. So tell us, what did you do when you got out? Like, you went to get a
Well,
cheeseburger, you had a girlfriend waiting for you.
No, when I got out, it was one of my getting sober 2-year periods. And I met this guy, and
So wait, so you got sober in the can? Like
I got sober when I got out.
Okay.
Okay.
When I got out, and I had got enough money to buy a motorcycle. And I bought a motorcycle. I went to an AA meeting, and I met this guy, AJ. And I told him, he said, "How you doing today?" I said, "Well, I just got out of the penitentiary. I got a motorcycle to ride, and I'm at my first AA meeting." He goes, "You're coming with me." He took me home, cooked me breakfast, and then he put me to work.
Oh,
He was
cool.
in construction industry,
Yeah.
and he put me to work. And that guy saved my friggin' life.
Wow.
He was my sponsor out there. He was my sponsor in California. And
There's a lot of these GC types
that
in
guy-
the AA meetings.
There's
There's
a
a lot
lot.
of these guys looking for workers.
Yeah, it's
then he
better
was-
than going to the
then-
labor pool.
Yeah.
he was explaining to me, how to do the steps,
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, the way I feel," he goes, "I don't give a fuck how you feel. It's what you do that matters."
Did he pay you like $1.75 an hour?
No, he paid me good.
He paid you good. All right,
Paid me good. And he had me doing all this paintwork for him.
Well,
And I did all this paintwork. He goes, "You're a good painter. You can make a living doing that." And that's how I picked up on painting.
Wow.
And I've
it
been
is a
painting-
skill.
I painted 40 Kmart's across the United States in 3 months, made $225,000 profit.
Well,
I painted multi-million-dollar homes in California. Okay? Got paid $150,000 to paint them. Profit. Profit. After you pay all your guys and buy all the materials, profit. So I go into my banker covered in paint with these huge checks, and he'd go, "I'm in the wrong business."
Yeah, right.
So, I made a lot of money when I was drinking.
that's hard work, though.
Yeah, well, it's hard work, but I loved it, man.
I thought you were sober for 2 years when you got out of the joint.
Yeah, I was.
But then you started drinking again, and
Yeah,
we're getting the
but I
big
still made
painting
money. I
gigs.
still made money.
Yeah.
Some of us relapsed a lot, Greg. Not everybody gets it the first
Yeah,
time.
but it took me 50
we
years to
relapsed
get
a
in.
lot. And the old timers said, Keith, no matter what happens, keep coming back. And I got to love those old timers for telling me that.
Yeah.
Because I kept coming back. And now, by the grace of God, in this program, I have 25 years.
Man,
I'm in my
that's-
26th year.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
coming up on
You know?
26,
And,
which is great, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah, which is great. But,
I remember the first meeting that I went to, I was walking out, and this guy, he looked disheveled, and I didn't know anyone at the meeting. He grabbed my hand as I was walking by him. And I go, oh my, what's this guy going to say to me? And he looks up at me, and I look down, and he just goes, keep coming back. I said, what? He said, keep coming back. That's all he said. And it just stuck with me to this day. That was, almost 3 years ago. And I remember thinking, I thought like everyone else did, I don't belong here. But then halfway through the first meeting, I'm like, oh yeah. This is where I should be, because these guys are telling the same story I got.
yeah.
Even though we might look a little different or whatever. And the guy who grabbed my hand was like the most homelessest looking one of them. And I thought he was asleep. And as I'm walking by, whoop, he grabs my hand. I was just like, keep coming back.
Okay, so if you want to know, I've been sober 25 years, 3 months, and 16 days, or 9,239 days, one day at a time.
Yep.
That's big. It's bigly.
Yeah. That's what we say. That's our thing. No drinks today.
And I'm
Make it through today.
I'm computer illiterate on these things. Okay,
You're doing pretty good.
I'm an old guy.
Yeah.
And so this young girl that goes to my Weaver Park meeting, because we
Right.
meet on the water on a
She gave you the
$2
sober
million
minder?
Sure.
$2 million piece of property,
Yeah.
and don't have to pay any rent for it.
Yeah. Who owns that piece of property? The city?
The city, yeah.
Yeah.
And we had the meeting there every night on the water.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fantastic. And during COVID, the donations to central office were way low. I went down there with $1,200 from Weaver Park meeting. And they said, "Oh my God, you just saved us. We haven't been getting any money. Thank God you brought this to us." And that was
Nice.
from the Weaver Park meeting.
Nice.
That's what service.
Yeah.
That's God work. Because
yeah.
when I saw that park, I looked at it and I went, "This would be a great place for a meeting." And I started it.
You did?
Wow, good for you.
I started that meeting, and there was like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of us, 5 of us maybe, and then all of a sudden when the word got out, now we got 20 to 30 people there a night, and then when we have a barbecue and everybody gets fed, we have like over 60 to 80 people there.
Yeah.
No kidding.
It's just a fantastic.
Who does the barbecue?
Eli's
Some guy.
on 580.
Some guy.
Oh yeah.
No,
I'm guessing he's right around the
We
corner.
do it right out there. We have a
Another-
barbecue pit, and we
Oh,
cook
you
it
do?
all right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I gotta go.
and
Now I gotta come. Now I gotta go to. It's a sunset meeting,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Sunset Weaver Park. Yeah. And you know why? Because we follow the sunset.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so when the sun goes down an hour earlier,
Yep.
The meeting's an
move the
hour
meeting.
earlier.
Like we had to move the meeting to 5 right now because the sun goes down at 6. And this lady that forgot that it was going to 5, and we had 3 nights where we were meeting at 6 in the dark. And we met in the dark, and I said, "This dark shit don't work. We got to go to 5 o'clock." So we went to 5 o'clock, and everything's fine.
So you start the meeting and the sun goes down during the meeting.
Right as the meeting's ending, the sun is going down.
Beautiful. I
That's
still,
all.
I still haven't made it out
So
there.
you get to see
I haven't either.
I've driven by
you
it.
get to see a sunset
Yeah.
after the meeting's over.
Fantastic.
How
there's
much
no
more
better
God
view
do you
than
want to
that.
see? You know?
I mean, there's nothing blocking the view over
No,
there. It's
exactly.
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I'm a sunset guy. I can tell you that.
People get
Yeah.
up and start taking pictures of it.
Oh,
'cause
I'm
it's
sure.
so beautiful.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
that's why we call it the Dunedin Sunset Meeting. The Weaver Park Sunset Meeting.
That's,
Nice.
I have seen it. I have not been.
Well,
Well, you guys need to go. I'll see you.
Well, we will now.
I chair on Wednesday nights.
Wednesdays.
That's when I chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you control the meeting?
Yeah, I chaired the meeting.
does he control the meeting? You've met him, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure you're in charge. Does everybody know who's chairing the meeting?
Yeah. Yeah. And they all thank me when I get done.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for not fucking throwing the chair at him.
They thank me when I get done.
Just curious.
Well, listen, one of the features that we have here on Sober Shenanigans is we like to do a celebrity quote.
Yes.
And one of our favorite celebrities / musicians and classic alcoholic was a guy named Joe Walsh. Great guitar player. And Joe has some classic quotes, but here's one that I dug up for tonight's show. Joe said, "If you have problems in your life that are directly the result of alcohol and drugs or whatever missteps that you're doing, you definitely have a problem. And at some point, you work for it. It doesn't work for you anymore. And very subtly, without you knowing, whatever it is will convince you that you can't do anything without it. And then it's got you. I chased it for 30 years and figured out I needed help. And man, that phone can weigh 30 pounds, but you got to pick it up and ask for help because there's life after addiction, and man, is it good." Joe Walsh.
Oh yeah, I love
Life's
Joe
been
Walsh.
good.
You know
to
my
me
wife. You know my
thus
wife's name
far.
is Carolyn Walsh.
Really?
Wow.
Joe's ex?
Carolyn Walsh.
I have a mansion. No, I have a limo riding the trunk.
Yeah.
I lock the doors in case I get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great
Leave a
lyrics.
message. Maybe I'll
He's-
call.
Yeah.
You probably partied with
message,
him out in
maybe I'll
California at
call.
one point.
No, I didn't.
No?
No. But I did meet who's that guy?
Aren't there a lot of famous people in Laguna Beach?
Yeah, the comedian that just killed himself, committed suicide.
Robin Williams?
Robin Williams. I met him at a stoplight on the bike. I was
Wow.
on the bike. He pulled up in a Cadillac, and he was the passenger. I was looking at him, and I went like this, and he went like that to me.
He didn't do nanu or none
No.
of that shit.
Yeah.
No.
None of that.
But I met him.
Yeah.
Shazbot.
Cool. I bet he was fun to hang out with back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, talk about multiple personalities.
yeah. He was
had
so
the good
funny.
stuff,
I love
too.
that guy. I can't believe he did that, you know?
I know.
Well, that's the mind is a dangerous. He had a really brilliant mind too.
He
Yeah,
did.
He did.
I liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him too.
All right. Well, Keith, as we're going to start winding down the show, is there any other stories that you came prepared that you said, man, I want to say this when I'm on the show tonight before we get to wrapping up?
Let's see.
I mean, the one about meeting St. Peter and hearing God
Yeah.
is pretty good. Now, was that an actual, did you actually see a
I
body?
saw St. Peter.
You
yes,
did?
Yes.
And what did he look like?
He's dressed in a white robe, glowing like a camera, crystal clear blue eyes, a long white beard, and he was shaking his head at me.
Like, it's not
And
your
I said,
time.
I said, "What's up, dude?" He goes, "I can't let you in." I thought he was going to send me to hell.
Right.
He would be going, all those lies you told about me and your little jokes, but
Yeah.
I'd be in trouble.
So I'd say, so he goes, "No, there's some more lessons you have to learn. I have to send you back." And then on the way back to my body, God said, "Son, you only thought you could die. You can't die unless I let you." At that point, your asshole puckers a little bit. Two things.
Just a little.
Number one, there's a God, and number two, you're not him.
Right.
So I got that direct contact with him.
That's crazy.
But when I got sober, I didn't have a contact with him. Okay. And all this had already happened. But when I got sober, I said, "Okay, God," I didn't know if I was imagining him saying that to me or if it was real or whatnot. I said, "Okay, God, I'll believe in you, but I'm from Missouri, the show me state, and I'm not. But I just said, I'm from Missouri, the show me state. You're going to have to show me. I'll believe you if you show me." And then all of a sudden, all these miraculous things started happening in my life. You know what a coincidence is? A minor miracle in which God wishes to remain anonymous.
Nice.
You know what I
Nice.
mean? That's what a coincidence. They've all happened to us. How'd that happen? It's I was going to this one concert, and the guy goes, "I have to see your ID." And I had all this gray hair and shit, and I said, "You got to see my ID, and I'm old as antique grass. What the hell are you talking about?" He goes, "Sir, we have to see everybody's ID that comes in here." So I had to immediately make an amends to the guy. I said, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to anybody asking me for my ID because I'm so freaking old. He goes, oh, no big deal. We just have to ask everybody. I said, okay, here's the license.
At some point, it's kind of ridiculous, but they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but they got to do it, you know?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do. Well, cool. Well, listen, if you're having a tough time quitting, whatever it is that you know you need to quit, you're not alone. There's apps and numbers and groups in your town, or you can call us if you want. Leave us a message, 813-625-2532. Hit us up on Facebook. You know, taking that first step into a room or a chat or a group with people trying to get better just like you will be the best day of your life. It's been great having you, Keith. You have a great story, and a couple of them are just unbelievable. And I'm really glad you're sober because I bet you were hell to deal with when you were on methamphetamines and alcohol.
I was not a nice guy.
No, I don't think
One
you
guy,
were.
I'm in this bar, okay? This guy comes in, hits me over the head with a lead pipe as hard as he could. And I had a glass of whiskey in my hand. I didn't spill a drop. And I looked over at him and I said, hit over the head with a lead pipe.
I don't.
I feel bad for the pipe. Yeah, the pipe. The pipe took the bad end of the whole deal. The fucking innocent pipe.
That poor pipe had to go home and explain how it didn't knock out this guy.
Yeah, I tell you guys, I got a kilt at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a kilt at home and I wear it. And I got a shirt. You know what it says? Kilt is what happened to the last guy that called this a skirt.
Very good. He's quick.
Yeah.
He's sharper than I am. That's for goddamn sure.
Oh, shit. He really is. Well, Primo, what about you? What are your final takes on tonight's broadcast?
Well, I mean, if I had to summarize all 30 episodes and then have a final word on this one, you know, this one is special, and thank you so much for coming. I'm going to say that, you know, the traumas and the stuff that we have to go through, or whatever afflictions that we have in the processes. I've had a lot of different things happen in my life as well that are very difficult to deal with, and I've overcome them because of this. And if anybody's listening out there, look, you may think you have it bad, or you have some kind of special story, like you're unique and that you're damaged beyond. No, man, this thing works for everyone. Everyone can come in here and get a better life, because the problem is not only yourself, but it's also what you're putting into your body. So give yourself a chance, you know, and the people that love and care for you can stop hurting too, you know. So that's my final thought. Dude, you're an inspiration.
Go ahead.
You know, when you have that, what did you say? You're terminally unique?
Terminal uniqueness, yeah.
Terminal uniqueness is a killer of alcoholics.
Yes, sir.
And I was most terminally unique son of a bitch you ever wanted to meet. My case was different. I wasn't like any of you people.
No, you're
that was killing me.
No, you're one of the most sober, unique people.
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
Which is great.
You didn't lose your uniqueness, brother. You still got it, man. You still got that shine.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you do.
and we appreciate it, because you know what? Sometimes it takes a loud and clear message
I
to
want
be
to
sent.
thank you guys for having me up here tonight to share my story.
Hell
It's
yeah.
been an honor and a privilege to do this, and if I could help any listener to get sober, it would be worthwhile.
That's right.
Believe
That's
us.
what we say.
Believe us. You know, a lot of people do comment and they love the show, and that was our real goal with this whole thing, is to find people that can help other people. We're doing it, and then you now are part of the squad. You're part of the legacy, the digital finger dust. You know, you're now immortalized into the hyperspace of the world. No kidding. This is going to be sent into the universe, and it's going to exist. So thank you.
Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Yep. And thanks for listening to Sober Shenanigans, real talk and real recovery. You know, worry, anxiety, and fear, it's all up in here. Give yourself a break. You're enough, and you're doing great. I'm Stoff, and he's Primo. And remember,
No drinks today.
We're all in the same boat, fellas.
But our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really.
Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Shenanigans!